Hang on.
Had an answer for why.
Taha,
Yeah.
what do parents need to do?
They need to come down to the level of their kids.
They forget they have been kids before, right?
The thing is, they stay at that rank. I am the father. My word is God. That's what they think of it, right? That's it. I said no, that's no. The way I was brought up, I always had an answer for why. My parents always had an answer for why. They didn't know, they would find out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, most families over here, whatever has been sent down by their ancestors, they stick to that. Yeah, that's it.
They quickly forget, you know, once they step into the role of a parent, they forget that they have been a child before. So once you go back and realize, hey, I was a kid before, and I actually wanted this and this and this happen from my parents, because that's a lack of that made you who you are now.
Exactly. The thing about the most important thing is to ask questions.
Yeah.
Because questions lead to knowledge. And the only thing that differentiates us from other species is knowledge and the ability to process it.
Yeah.
So, we live in a society where knowledge where asking a question is considered to be a challenge of authority.
Yes.
If I ask you why, it basically goes to show that you are challenging me, and you don't want that. You don't want people to challenge you.
So that's confronting things.
That's confrontation.
If you're judging, right by the first statement, you start judging.
So what if we unlink asking question from who is who and what's the authority level? I think we can solve a lot of things here.
I mean, like, the very question that I have 5 kids, all of them ask me this question, right? Why do we have religion?
Okay.
What good is God, and why do we have religion? Now, this is a very natural question to ask.
Yeah.
But if I ask somebody here in Pakistan at my age, if I go to a Maulana and I ask him, why should we have religion? He's going to declare that I am a kafir to begin with. And then we will start something else, he's going to get me crucified.
Yeah.
So the problem is that we do not have answers, we don't think, we don't contemplate, and on top of that, our belief is based on tradition and not on intellect.
Yeah.
We have not thought about it. We are just following what has been told to us. So that's the whole problem.
That's the thing, it's the way you've been brought up. Because, see, my mom basically, she is a psychiatrist though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So she has taught me one thing. When parents, they think they're not cruel to their kids, they think it's discipline, but it's the way they were brought up.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
They were stopped from something. Why the hell should they let their kid do it?
Yeah, exactly. They just give you what they have, nothing more.
He said about smoking. My parents know that I smoke. Both of them know that I smoke, right? And at times, I've smoked in front of my father, right? And he's had no problems with it because he has told me, you are way above your age now. You know what's right and you know what's wrong. And you've been brought up in that way that you know what's right for you, right? So I will tell you once that I smoke, right? I don't know why. Never wondered, because a person who smokes, he never wonders actually why they smoke, right? It's an honest question. You ask me, why do I smoke? I will definitely say you, I don't know.
No, you laugh with the guys who make cigarettes, that's why you smoke.
No. I think smoking is basically linked to you need time for yourself.
Cigarettes is the only industry where you kill your client.
Legally.
So basically the bottom line is that if your parents trust themselves, they did a good job with you, and they allow you to make decisions, and they allow you to sometimes go on the wrong way, and give you the patience to figure it out on your own. Trust, because they love themselves.
Every human has an inner voice. That's a rebel. Okay? If you say no, you stop me from something, I will always have this curiosity. Why?
You want it? Why?
I want to find out.
Why?
I want to find out once, but at times you lose your willpower and you just give way to it. That's when you stop saying no.
Suppose one of my kids does something wrong. I can reprimand him as a parent, that's my right. But at the same time, I have to support him. Yeah. Reprimanding should not follow with rejection.
Yeah, exactly.
Here, we reprimand and reject. You should reprimand and accept.
Accept.
So that's the big difference. If you reprimand and accept, then your child is not going to run astray. Reprimanding is necessary at times because the child doesn't know enough. But the fact remains that accepting the child.
You have to completely love the kid.
Exactly. Even while you're reprimanding.
Disciplining doesn't mean that you are taking away your love.
Exactly. And this should be expressed. We may love them, but we have to express that we love them.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why That's why the kids normally feel that if they do something wrong, they'll be rejected. So
Yeah.
they hide whenever they do something wrong. Because they don't want to be rejected. That's why you don't smoke in front of your father. Because you know you're doing something wrong and you know your father is going to reject you. And your mother is really going to get mad at you. And all day long they're going to talk about nothing but you smoking. And they're going to embarrass you in front of everybody they know.
Humiliation factor, yeah.
So you don't want to do that.
No, the first thing that ticks me off is the look of disgust that your parents, you know, most parents give their kids if they've done something wrong, is that,
Oh,
I don't want to see your face again. That kind of feeling.
oh that's
Now, don't you
abandonment,
think? Exactly.
rejection, humiliation.
I'd say
all
that's
in
worse
one.
than getting a life sentence, 25 years. That's nothing compared to getting
And
a
that
look of
kills you
disgust.
right in your heart and your soul.
Right, it touches you deep.
These are the emotional wound stuff.
And I've seen that happening when it comes to girls, when it comes to guys, you know. Okay, we guys having relationships before marriages, that's fine, okay, all right? That's part of the youth, it's biology, all right? I've seen most of my friends over here. Don't you dare tell my dad that I have a girlfriend. Why? I don't know, just don't tell him. Dude, there has to be a reason. No, just don't tell him, he'll kick me out of my house.
Your girlfriend is somebody's sister, right?
Exactly.
And you don't want your sister to be
Exactly, you don't want your sister to be someone's, because you don't have communication.
No, and secondly, you see, please call my black white and I'll call your white black. That's the way it works here. And the other thing is, you know, you're saying about comparing, you know, if I am at this level, everybody above me is corrupt, everybody below me is incompetent.
Is incompetent.
That's how it works here. So, you know, as I said, you know, we live, Pakistan looks very complex here. It is not. The society is not very complex. There are just few, 2 or 3 things that need to be settled. And they need to be understood. And the rest everything else will fall in place. It's like the octopus. You go for the head, forget the tentacles.
Yeah.
See, the trouble is that we are going after the tentacles. We are not even looking at the head. So the basic problem is that you have to be honest and you have to be just. If you're honest and just, everything else will fall in place.
Yeah. Stop lying to yourself, then you become honest.
One thing that I don't understand, okay? Now we've got Pakistanis back in Dubai. We've got Pakistanis all around the world. I'm a Pakistani myself. When it says living abroad, you will follow the book.
Oh, you see, we had a walk the talk session on this.
You will follow the book, and when you come to your own country, who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
There
Why?
you
Because you
go.
don't have that sense of responsibility. I'm a Pakistani. I followed the book back in Dubai. When I come here, I used to look forward to vacations in this country because I could drive right without a driving permit, and it wouldn't matter. Because why? Because let's say people say we've got contacts, you know, we know people, and nothing will happen. Every reaction has an opposite reaction. Every action has an opposite reaction. Exactly.
Absolutely.
To see where the country is.